when this accident with Luke happened in April, before this had happened, actually, I had been doing a lot of events in Nashville with my house and with another promotion company. When this happened, we kind of all thought together, what can we do as a house and as a community to help Luke out? So I figured I would kind of use that social leverage to try to put on an event for Luke. The Morettis had started the Luke Moretti Fund, which is a subsidiary of the Christopher Reeve Foundation, so that all of the money you're donating, it's really expensive and time-consuming to start your own foundation on its own ground. So they did it with the help of Christopher Reeve and Alan Brown. So this way, when you're making your donations, they handle all the litigation and administrative aspects, and the Morettis can handle what they like to do with their fund, which is the best of both worlds. We want Luke back. We miss him a lot, and he wants to be back at school. When we realized that we wanted to raise money to help Luke out and have a charity concert, we spoke with the Morettis and we said, what do you want? This is for you. We want to respect your family's wishes and best interests as well as Luke's. And the cream of the crop rehabilitation equipment right now is called the Locomotor training machine. He wants to use one of those, but there's not any of them in the Nashville area or at Vanderbilt. So we're not sure whether Luke's going to be able to come back in the spring or when he's going to be ready, but I don't think it's acceptable for him to work as hard as he's working every day and to be ready to come back to Vanderbilt, because there's a machine like this near his house that he has access to, for him to come back here and not have the same premium treatment. So we decided we would raise $90,000, the cost of the machine, to bring the machine to Vanderbilt and make it accessible for him so that when he is ready to come back, hopefully sooner rather than later, that he would have the same quality treatment. I don't know if you've had the opportunity to meet Luke, but he's one of the most amazing, inspirational people you'll ever meet in your life. He's just happy all the time and smiling and upbeat, and his presence is always strong and felt throughout our house and the community. So it's not a hard sell. Everybody's like, okay, this is something we're doing. It wasn't should we help, it was how can we help. So we kind of tried to find a middle ground between what's going to be really profitable and what's going to be a large enough artist to draw people on their own merit. This concert needs to have, these were my values, need to have two things. One, it needs to be strong enough, the artist needs to be strong enough on its own merit where people are going to go regardless of the cause. And two, the cause needs to be strong enough where people are going to go regardless of the artist. So the White Panda played at Lollapalooza in front of over 80,000 people in Chicago. They also played at Electric Zoo. They're on their national tour right now. They had a huge booking at the House of Blues for a huge sum of money on the night of our show in New Orleans. The owner of the House of Blues happened to be a Vanderbilt alum and moved the show to Thursday when he heard about the cause, which is just a testament to Luke and his story. Jack Mulqueen is the man really behind this. Incredible friend, incredible guy. He is an agent at New Agency in New York City, just started there, and I knew he had the best interests of this concert at heart. He made this possible single-handedly. And Jack's a close friend of David Barry. David Barry usually charges way more than what he's charging, and because Jack's a friend and about the cause. I'm a junior. I can't remember a time where I've been here or where the older guys have been here where every fraternity has voluntarily come together for a charity event and voluntarily agreed to not have a frat party on a Friday. I think it's a huge testament to Luke, personally. It's not hard for me to stand in front of somebody, in front of a camera or a group of people or a chapter and talk about this because Luke is so amazing. When you meet him, and hopefully you have the opportunity to meet him, you'll realize within 2 minutes why this was so easy. You can feel his presence everywhere. When you talk about this, he had an impact on somebody in every house, usually more than one. So when you talk about this, one of my first questions is, all right, who knows Luke in this room? And a bunch of hands go up, and a bunch of smiles come around the room. It's not hard to help out, bring a friend back who you want to be around. So I was amazed, but I wasn't necessarily surprised, I guess. One thing I want to say about the cause is that I hope nobody at Vanderbilt thinks that this is a tragic cause of any sort. And the accident was tragic. The cause and the support is the opposite. And when we talk to sororities and fraternities, this isn't, here's such a sad story, how can you donate, how can you help? This is a comeback story about one of our best friends who will be back. It's just a matter of time. So not can you help, it's how can you help? and the response and feedback we've gotten has been so positive. So it's an amazing feeling knowing that this campus has given so much positivity and unity versus this isn't charity. This is let's bring Luke back to school and how are we going to make it happen.